13. United would like to thank its 2026 major corporate partners and sponsors: Melbourne City Toyota, Windsor Management Insurance, Prime Plastic Bags, Chemist Warehouse, Artiva Funding, Senix, Bell Collision, Bordoni, Destination Unknown, Richdale Plastics, Olympic Hotel, Nero Plumbing, My Skin, and Orosso Poultry. Ladies and gentlemen, the teams are now at the tail end.
Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. Getting louder, James. How's that sounding?
Testing 1, 2. Testing 1. No, I shouldn't shout now. Testing 1, 2. This is Adam Cogley here.
Yep.
Are you guys happy with that? Okay.
Testing. James, does that sound all good to you? Perfect. Thank you.
They'll just take
Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
Here are the lineups from today's match, starting with the away team, Dandenong Thunder. Number 2, Tabena Obani. Number 4, Sevdim Ismaili. Number 5, Medicine Mehmeti. Number 6, Jack Morton. Number 8, George Mells. Number 9, Wade Decker. Number 11, Ali Suleimani. Number 12, Jay Romanovsky. Number 15, Parker Williams. Number 23, Lart Munyek. And number 32, Dennis Martin. On the bench for Dandenong Thunder, number 13, Dylan Thomas. Number 14, Hassan Jallo. Number 17, Rahul Suresh. Number 18, Dante Avian. Number 19, Oliver Yankolovsky. And number 79, Admin Kucharski. For the home team, Heidelberg United, your team, the Burgers. In goals, number 1, Yaron Souza. Number 3, Captain Benjamin Collins. Number 4, Ryan Letleen. Number 6, Anthony Lesiotis. Number 8, Marcus Humbert. Number 9, Kieran Bramwell. Number 10, Asahi Yokokawa. Number 11, Angus Taylor. Number 14, Akil Rafi. Number 15, Chock Dow. And number 18, Anthony Theodoropoulos. On the bench for the Burgers today, number 7, Fletcher Fulton. Number 16, Nico Duarte.
Good evening and welcome to Olympic Village for round 15 football of the Senol NPL Victoria men's season. It's Heidelberg United versus Dandenong Thunder here to kick off the new round. Friday night football, the sole fixture in the top tier tonight, and we're looking forward to this one getting underway. My name is Nick DeBarno and I'm joined by Adam Sarakoglu for all the action. Adam, it's a big game tonight. Heidelberg looking to close the gap on the sides atop the ladder, looking to get themselves some more silverware this year against the relegation-threatened Dandy Thunder.
Hello, Nick. I can barely hear you, but hello, and good to be here at Olympic Village. Heidelberg get 3 points here tonight. They will be second on the table. They'll be level on points with Oakley, but a huge goal difference gap for Oakley. So Heidelberg can get a look at second here on the table tonight against the side that is just trying to stay away from relegation trouble and have not had a win in just about more than a month now. Dandy Derby, the last time the Thunder did get a win, and so Heidelberg will come in as clear favourites tonight, and they're in some good form both at league level, and they got another cup win midweek as well.
Absolutely, progressed to the Doherty Cup semi-finals and the Australia Cup round of 32 yet again, looking to go just as deep, perhaps one better this year, and take home the Australia Cup after their run to the final. 2-0 winners against Bentley Greens in that cup match, and as well 1-0 win against Green Gully in their last match, as well as some pre-game festivities, a little bit of an opportunity for a young fan to go toss the coin with both sets of captains, Ben Collins and Ali Suleimani. So just about ready to go here. And Heidelberg, from their last match against Green Gully, have made 3 changes to the starting 11. Max Basetto is out of the squad entirely tonight. Jay McGowan and Fletcher Fulton have also dropped out of the starting lineup and are on the bench. In comes Angus Taylor, Chockdow and Akil Rafi. First start for Angus Taylor this season in the league. He's battled some injury troubles at the start of the year, been in and out of the squad, but gets his chance from the start tonight. They've also made 4 changes from the side that beat Bentley Greens on Tuesday. While Dandy Thunder, it's 1 change. Lat Maniak back after a week's absence. Their in-form man into the starting lineup. And Hassan Jallo, their top goal scorer last year, is on the bench. But a much-changed Dandy Thunder team over the last few weeks. And as you mentioned, Adam, the results haven't been kind in the last few weeks. And what better chance for them to do it, to get back on the winners list than here at Olympic Village, where it's been a tough place for many teams to come to for many, many seasons since John Anastasiadis took over. We're underway here. Heidelberg going from right to left in their traditional yellow and black. And Dandy Thunder in their home kits wearing red and black tonight, going from left to right. Here is Chockdow already in possession. Of course, those 3 players joined the starting lineup by Yaron Souza, Ben Collins, Ryan Letleen, Anthony Lesiotis, Marcus Humbert, Kieran Bramwell, Asahi Yokokawa, and Anthony Theodoropoulos was missing from cup action on the weekend, but he's back in the team. The rest of the Dandy Thunder lineup: Dennis Martin between the sticks, Tabena Rabani, Sevdim Ismaili, Mercer Mehmedi, Jack Morton, George Mells, Wade Decker, Ali Suleimani, Jay Romanovsky, and Lat Maniak making out that starting 11. Big game tonight for Heidelberg. It's that point of the season now where we're getting towards the business end, the reverse fixtures, and all the teams that are looking to get themselves some silverware this year. They're starting to feel the extra significance of each of these games. And as you mentioned, looking to potentially overtake Hume City and put a little bit of pressure on Oakley as well in the process with a win tonight.
And their draw really does open up for them. You look at their next set of fixtures coming up in the league, and it's not looking too bad. You could be feeling pretty confident that they could get a real good run here through the middle portions of the season and get that look at the top of the table. There is one key fixture mixed in among all of that, and that is a home one against Oakley, as we see a deflected ball go over the line, and we have an early corner coming up for Heidelberg United. Choctaw will take it.
Just interesting, just noticing there with this starting lineup with Fletcher Fulton, who's been the nominal choice at left back now for the best part of a season and a half. Marcus Humbert shifting into left back, perhaps giving Fulton the opportunity to rest up a little bit and start from the bench, and Humbert shifting into left back tonight.
He's parked just at the top of the box here, Humbert. Such an imposing presence he has been for Heidelberg United this year. Early corner for the hosts. Dow, it was met at the near post by Angus Taylor, who couldn't keep it under control. So he looks to cement his place in the starting 11 through the second half of the season, gets his chance tonight. And so Dandenong Thunder, life now without Adam Pittick, and it's not been easy for them. Not quite getting that post-coach change bump that teams will often get. They did get that win against Andy City a month or so ago now. It's been slim picking since. They've been only able to pick up 1 point since. 2-2 draw at home to Dynamo a couple of weeks ago. As Dow has the ball go past. It's collected at the back by Parker Williams. Down the line we go through Romanovsky. Decker and Suleimani giving it to Decker. It's at the feet now of Maniak. Wanted Suleimani, it didn't get through. And it falls back to Mehmeti. Sefton Ismaili. Searching ball will sail just over the head of Wade Decker. Dandenong were keen to press quickly there. And just put Baron Souza under a little bit of pressure in the Heidelberg United goal.
Just looking at their last few weeks, Adam, really since that win against Andy City, the 1-0 loss at home against Preston, 2-0 loss against Oakley, 2-2 draw against St Albans and a 2-0 loss against Melbourne City. They've actually been quite competitive in those matches, but the issue has been that they've only scored in one of them, and so a lot of that onus tonight will fall on the likes of Wade Decker and Ali Suleimani, who are leading from the front, having Lat Maniak as well, who has been brilliant for them all season, back in the squad too, but a bit of an interesting change with Hassan Jallo going out. Yokokawa feeding through to Dow. Gets towards the byline, looking to cut back, but it's well defended. Thunder still haven't cleared their lines just yet. As Parker Williams, the former Melbourne Victory man who did well. Here's Abani stepping forward from left back. Dandy Thunder last year finishing in third place. An incredible run for them all the way to getting themselves a home final under their previous coach, Adam Pittick. They suffered defeat in the elimination final against their nearest and dearest rivals, Dandy City, who of course went on to play the grand final against Heidelberg. He fell just short, but it was an incredible year for Dandy Thunder, but that feels like a long time ago when you think about their current situation in this relegation battle this year. Along with, of course, Dandy City, who as well are battling relegation this year. So goes to show the topsy-turvy nature of this competition. Williams short. Ismaili looking to play through Suleimani. Humbert did very well. Romanovsky, short to Mells. Back inboard towards Romanovsky, getting across was Lesiotis. And it's out of bounds and out for a throw-in. These two teams last year, they met twice and split those games. Dandy Thunder winning at George Andrews Reserve 3-2. Heidelberg winning 2-0 at this venue. And when they met in that game last year, just talking about the ladder positions, it felt like a real huge fixture, a potential finals preview. Didn't see them meet again until round 2 this year at George Andrews Reserve, where Heidelberg came away with the Chockies. He's Chocked out. Cutting inside. Dow goes for goal, takes a deflection, and it's gone behind and out for a corner. Well played there from Dow to cut inside. It took a deflection and out for a corner. It's looking electric in the early parts of this game. Chock Dow really getting himself involved in the early moments.
He's already setting up for his second corner of the night. Both teams have been attacking pretty well so far here. First corner came from the other side. Dow will just place it in. Fell to Bramwell. And went past Taylor. Dow will go again. This time targeting left lean. So one last go here for Heidelberg. Theodoropoulos, they'll settle back down. Humbert. Lesiotis. Rafi going over the top. Dow trying to escape the pressure of Romanovsky. Romanovsky did well enough in the end. So this has, Nick Tabano, been a fixture where it's been a bit chippy. There's been 4 yellow cards given in each of the last 2 games between these two in NPL Victoria. So it can get a bit fiery at times when these two come together. The referee tonight is Jack Morgan.
Yeah, just going back to that previous meeting, Adam, it was a very hard-fought game from Dandy Thunder, going down, but perhaps would have felt that they deserved a little bit more from that game. Jay McGowan was the solitary goal scorer that day. He's on the bench tonight, but Dandy Thunder and Heidelberg have, as you said, historically not only played these physical matches, but close matches as well. Theodoropoulos' ball is overhit and out for a goal kick. So Heidelberg doing the majority of the attacking within the opening 8 minutes. Theodoropoulos getting forward from fullback, but really impressed with this different looking front line for Heidelberg tonight. Some new faces getting their opportunity, particularly with the form of Dow, who's looked very good in the early going and looking to get himself involved. Second season at Heidelberg since making the move from Preston Lions. Humbert looking to play out from the back. Long ball forward, looking for Yokokawa. Isolated with his Miley, who goes back to the veteran keeper Martin. His clearance just goes straight up into the night sky. Humbert, Mells. Lesiotis. No free kick given. Opportunity for Dandy Thunder to go back the other way. Soleimani bearing down on goal. He has a strike. And Yaron Souza down to his right makes a good stop there. And Dandy Thunder, their first real opportunity of the game there, but nice warning shot fired there from the visitors.
Soleimani did score twice when Dandy Thunder last beat Heidelberg United last year back in March. Now some really key names that Johnny A's decided to sit on the bench here tonight. Heidelberg have scored 25 league goals this year. The scorers of 11 of those goals are sitting on the bench tonight. We've got Duarte with 4. Jay McGowan has scored 6 goals. Fletcher Fulton has one to his name as well. All on the pine. And could be utilised later on. That's a daunting prospect for the visitors. As the searching ball goes down the line. Maniac was thinking about going first time. Heidelberg won a goal kick, and instead Jack Morgan signals for the Dandenong Thunder corner.
You see the remonstrations there from Captain Ben Collins, just asking the assistant referee what was the decision making behind allowing that play to continue. He thought he was offside, but nonetheless, another opportunity here for Dandy Thunder, Adam. There, good little patch here from them.
Two attacking options marked right on the goal line in front of Yaron Souza. Maniac made a little run as well. Met in the air by Collins. And they get their second chance. Thunder just popped up into the box and didn't bounce in a dangerous enough spot for Heidelberg to worry about it in the end. And Yaron Souza will set up for the goal kick. Thunder have been involved in a few lower scoring games this year. The goal difference only -5, given where they are on the table. As you mentioned, it's a fairly good indicator that they are staying in a lot of games, despite what the table position will suggest. Yokokawa going out wide for Taylor, who immediately set upon and tried to attack the goal. The ball eventually came in from Lesiotis. It was easily enough dealt with in the end. The ball is sent back out wide now toward Morton. This is Mells. I'll play the patient game for the moment. Dandenong Thunder. Williams out toward our broadcast side. Romanovsky tried to place it in front of Maniak. Humbert. Lays a pass in board for Bramwell. Was really good. Right in the middle of the pitch. Here we'll go out wide. Dowell, as we saw Yokokawa asking for the ball in the central area of the box. It deflects back out, and a chance for Heidelberg to press deep again.
So, still 0-0 after 12 minutes here at Olympic Village. The only game tonight in NPL Victoria. It's a footy feast for the remainder of the weekend from Saturday and Sunday. Plenty of action still to be played. Dow does well to get past his first man. Plays it in centrally. Humbert takes it back inboard. Slip at the worst possible moment. Opens the door here for Dandy Thunder to clear. Left lean, stepping up from defence. Does really well. Here's Taylor. Going to get past his man. Well played there, Angus Taylor. Good speed. Gets towards the byline. It's put out for a throw-in. So, Dandy Thunder, of course, as you mentioned, Adam, they've been in a lot of games this season and haven't been prolific in front of goals in a lot of those games. They've been tight 1-0, 2-0 losses in the last little patch. Heidelberg, on the other hand, there's an opportunity here for Bramwell. Cleared away. It's coming back to Yokokawa. Humbert's offering support behind him. Yokokawa along the deck, and it's cleared away by Williams. Collins will contest against Decker, lets it bounce. Left lean steps across, but his header is intercepted by Morton. Strong challenge by Rafi, and it's going to work out here for Dandy Thunder, but the flag is up against Ali Soleimani. And the Thunder bench are not best pleased. They thought that Ali Soleimani was onside, but assistant referee instead believed that the Dandy Thunder captain was coming back from that offside position. But Heidelberg this season, they've scored 25 goals this season, but in the balance of play throughout this year, they've left a lot of goals on the table. Haven't been as prolific as they were last season. It's been a bit of striker by committee this season as well, since Bourgeois departed for Canada, and Savit Noor as well. His loan spell coming to an end. There's the effort there from Taylor off the outside of the foot, and well over the fence there. But really, they're still looking to find what their best mix is up front. Max Pacetto's missed time through injury too. Jay McGowan has found some goals throughout the year. Recent times we've seen Kieran Bramwell start to find the net after a bit of time on the sideline. So still, as this year goes on, Adam, this Heidelberg team that we saw last year really scoring goals for fun throughout the season. Not as prolific as they probably would be hoping this campaign.
It's the spread of options, though, that is just so impressive. I don't have the exact number right now. I could count it up, but nearly half of the starting 11 would have goals to their name this year. Across all the competitions as well. And I mentioned those 3 players that are sitting on the bench who have combined for 11 goals this year as well. Fletcher Fulton, Nick Duarte and Jay McGowan. McGowan in particular has found some really good form of late. The searching ball in the direction of Bramwell was dealt with in the air by Parker Williams. And it's another throw in the front third coming up for Heidelberg over on that side. A lot of their attacking has been done through that side. Chockdale nowhere to be seen this time, though. He's actually switched over for the time being, and so not involved here. Left lane at the back of the formation here. Collins. Just that looping ball over the top, which could prove effective here. The cross will come in just beyond the reach of Yokokawa. And then misfired at the top of the area. I think that was Rafi. We go back again with Lesiotis. Taylor, Dow, not quite able to get there in time. Inadvertent handling of the ball is let go. It's played back to Dennis Martin in goal tonight for Dandenong Thunder.
Just having a look at the ladder at the moment. Adam, you mentioned that significant goal difference. The gap there, Heidelberg at the moment coming in at +10, Oakley at +18. A win tonight, of course, will take them above Hume City, who do play tomorrow against South Melbourne, but they would go level with Oakley ahead of their game against Altona Magic, but still keeping pace if they can get a result and just putting the pressure on the sides above them. So such a fascinating race to the finish now, especially with South Melbourne's OFC Pro League commitments over, and now hopefully we'll start to see really the likes of these contenders start to firm in the second half of the year.
Fascinating to see the 11 that rolls out tomorrow for Sinishik and Hardzic and Hallis. That's a big game against Hume City. Again, they're peppering in the box here, Heidelberg. Is that deflected out for a corner? It took a while for Jack Morgan to make the decision. It will be a corner for Heidelberg.
Starting to really turn the screw here, Heidelberg. It's been a good spell from them since that little foray that Dandy Thunder had around 10 minutes ago.
Chokdale will go again. Parked on the line is Angus Taylor. Everyone else staying out of the area as the ball is released. It's gone overhead of Dennis Martin and just luckily fell into his lap in the end. He would have been delighted to see the ball right there in front of his face. He was on the deck. And gone for all money if there was a Heidelberg striker on the scene. And so we've played through 18 minutes here at Olympic Village. Do you want an early game in NPL Victoria on this Friday night? That's so rare, Nick. I reckon there might have been another one earlier in the season, a standalone game. But they are few and far between. We've got it all to ourselves here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hope you're enjoying it so far on the NPL Victoria YouTube channel. Humbert will take it toward Yokokawa, who gives it back to Marcus Humbert. Forced to retreat back, left lean. Never reliable Ben Collins. Dow was under all sorts of pressure. And Obani is now outnumbered as well. Brownwell taking it away. Quick release to Asahi Yokokawa. Lesiotis. Taylor trying to get onto the favourite. Boot, it deflects in! Oh dear, Dennis Martin. He's shattered. But Heidelberg are on the board.
Heidelberg United in the 20th minute of play, scored by number 11, Angus Taylor.
Angus Taylor joins the list of goal scorers for Heidelberg United.
Wow, well, Angus Taylor's been busy in the early going of this game. That wasn't the cleanest of hits there from the Tasmanian. And Dennis Martin with a moment to forget. He's been so good for them since coming in as the number one, particularly a couple of weeks ago against St Albans. But spilt at the worst possible moment. And Heidelberg find themselves in front. And he saw what that meant to Angus Taylor. But for someone like Dennis Martin, he'd be absolutely kicking himself after that mistake. And here he is again, the goal scorer, Angus Taylor. He's feeling himself. He's making the most of his opportunity in the starting lineup tonight. It's great to see. Humbert. Taylor. Here's Lesiotis. Dinks it over the top. The run from Humbert. Wasn't able to get on the end of it. And this is a really good spell here from the Burgers. They've got their tails up after going a goal in front, but Adam, just a moment to forget there for the Dandy Thunder goalkeeper, and he has to put that one behind him very quickly.
Stakes might not be as high, but he Bill Bucknered that. I don't know if everyone watching and listening will get that reference. If you know, you know, but he Bucknered that. Unbelievable. It is 1-0 and could easily be 2-0. Bramwell from range, but it was off target. They're feeling themselves right now, Heidelberg.
Just keeping an eye on Kieran Bramwell tonight. Adam, he's scored 3 goals in his last 4 games since coming back into the squad, and he's been prolific. He started the season quite slow, but a goal every 58 minutes since his return coming into tonight. So he's been flying, and it's great to see because we saw it in bits at Melbourne Knights when he was there for the last 3 seasons, but now we're starting to see him show that goal-scoring form here at Heidelberg in the last few weeks, which would be great news for Johnny Aggs, as we spoke about. They're still looking for that consistent number 9 to really take the mantle since Bulgerach departed. As Martin clears it away. Decker, heavy touch. Dow getting across to try and win that one back. Wade Decker dropping very deep to get on the ball. The experienced forward, now Sri Lankan international as well. A legend of this competition. Still looking for his first goal of the season. Very rare to not see Wade Decker among the goal scorers at this stage of the season, as Romanovsky through to Morton. Another former Melbourne Knights man. Romanovsky in a crossing position. And it's over the head of Suleimani. Finds Abani. Back to Suleimani. Here's Mehmedi. Has some time and space and looks for the run of Maniac. Haven't called his name all too often in the first 23 odd minutes. Ball whipped into a dangerous position. Romanovsky was making the run at the back post. Heidelberg will be no rush to chase this one down as they see it out for a throw. Humbert. Straight into the path there of Mehmedi. Mainstays this Dandy Thunder team now for quite some time. He's turned it over straight to Lesiotis and he looks for the diag. That's a beautiful ball. Here's Bramwell. Bearing down on goal here, the Heidelberg number 9. He shoots! Dow was waiting at the back stick. And Bramwell was unable to turn it on target, nor was Dow able to get a foot on it. But that was a beautiful pass there from Anthony Lesiotis to set it up. And he's one player that you don't want to give time and space in the middle of the park because he will hurt you in those moments. And Heidelberg just unlucky that they weren't able to add a second.
It feels like there's been a running theme this year, Nick, especially in a matchup with, I suppose, a team that's near the top of the table against one that is struggling, where if the team that is favoured gets a goal, the floodgates are going to open. It happened on Monday night between the young South Melbourne team taking on Avondale, 4-0 winning in the end for Avondale, where South for the first half hour were quite competitive. It had a chance to go up 1-0. As soon as Avondale scored, away you go, a 4-0 result in the end. It's happened so often this year. This has that feeling right now where it could really get away from Dandenong Thunder really quickly if they're not careful. The goal that resulted from a goalkeeping error, and Heidelberg have just turned the screw that much harder since.
Just to your point, Adam, I mean, the one thing that Dandy Thunder have done really well, as we've spoken about ad nauseum already, is they've done a really good job of staying competitive. Against the top teams this season, they haven't been necessarily beaten heavily. I mean, they hadn't lost 1-0 against Heidelberg earlier this year. They had a 2-0 loss against Oakley, where they copped both those goals in second half stoppage time. They pushed Hume. They lost that game 3-1. That was probably the biggest of those games, but still they were in that game in moments. And then 1-0 losses against Avondale, beat a weakened South Melbourne. So you think that really throughout this season they've done a good job at rallying, but tonight it does feel a little bit different. You are right, like the attitude, not even so much the attitude, just the way that Heidelberg have been able to turn things around and really kick on since that goal. It does feel like it's a matter of when, not if, that they're going to add a second. That resiliency that we've seen from Dandy Thunder throughout this season just hasn't really been on show throughout the last few minutes, but still plenty of time for them to turn it around. Lesiotis. Oh, sorry. Raffy, well, he's turned it over. Morton. Decker. Gavakawa goes to ground. Free kick to Heidelberg.
Apologies for that, Nick. So it's a 1-0 lead right now. If you let's look at the live table, you would see Heidelberg equal on points at the top with Oakley. There is a fixture coming up between those two in a couple of weeks from now that is absolutely mouth-watering. Another cross into the area. It's going to fall out the back. Brownwell has his shot blocked. It's desperate stuff on the last line right now for Thunder. Ball sent out wide in direction of Vlad Maniak. Lost out in the end. Lesiotis. It's been ultra busy so far. Taylor, the goal scorer. Just got snatched away from him as soon as he turns around and set upon the Dandenong Thunder goal. As Theodoropoulos dispossesses Maniak. There's just one player ahead here for Dow. It's Yokokawa. Looking only one way, and that was central. It's Theodoropoulos who overhits it.
This has been very impressive from Heidelberg over the last few minutes, Adam. They are really, really starting to turn up the pressure. Do fear for Dandy Thunder at the moment if they're not able to try and stem this momentum, that second goal is coming. But gee, how fluid has this front three looked tonight? I mean, a different look. Some new faces getting an opportunity tonight, and they're really making the most of this opportunity. I think if you're Johnny A, you'd be absolutely thrilled with what you've seen from the likes of Choctaw and Angus Taylor, who have gotten their opportunity. Even someone like Akil Rafi, a midfielder who hasn't seen a lot of minutes, getting his chance, because for the most part, this 11's been quite steady and unchanged throughout the season.
Good blend of youth and experience in this lineup tonight. Yeah, well, almost playing with house money at the moment. Heidelberg, they're pretty safely entrenched in the top six. Dandenong Thunder in the fight for their NPL Victoria lives at the moment. Every game is a final for them at the moment. And Heidelberg just in that familiar position of being near the top of the league, playing good cup football. Another tilt at the Australia Cup coming up for Heidelberg as well. Lesiotis right now on top of the ball. Taylor will go wide. There's just no space for them to work in, but they maintain the possession well enough until the ball was sent forward. Maniak might be able to launch a counter. It's gone out wide for Suleimani, who is onside. Suleimani tracked back pretty well by Collins to force the corner at least. But that was a dangerous moment for Heidelberg on the counter-attack.
Just looking at the bench there, Adam, they are ropeable. Assistant referee Jackson Landy didn't call the offside.
Looked off from here.
Johnny A asking for a please explain there from the fourth official.
No technology to help us so we roll with the call. George Mells will take the corner for Dandenong Thunder.
So closing in on half an hour played. Angus Taylor's goal, the difference between the two teams. As Mells swings in a corner met by the towering presence of Lethleen. Not much gets past him aerially. Abani back into the box. Williams couldn't meet it. Collins did well. Maniak looking to chase this one down. Holds it up against Theo and can go back to his man there in Mells. Mells curls it into the back stick. Ismaili's waiting. And it comes off a Thunder player last, and it's out for a goal kick. The other interesting wrinkle to add to this, the fascinating subplot to the end of this season is, of course, keeping an eye on that race for the Australian Championship. Of course, the highest-ranked Victorian team that isn't a foundation side does play in the championships, how Heidelberg were able to play in it last season. But right now, the three top teams, Oakley, Hume and Heidelberg, are in the mix for it because, of course, they're above South Avondale and Preston. So there's a little bit of extra incentive for these sides as well to finish as high as you can up the ladder and put yourself in a position to compete at the end of this season alongside the likes of, you know, the best this competition has right across the country. So that's going to be another fascinating race as this year goes on. Last year, Heidelberg were able to get past Dandy Thunder to that position, and this year they've got 2 new rivals to really contest with in 2026. Dow, Raffy, first time ball over hit and out for a goal kick.
Just another small error there. And what a run it was from Heidelberg last year. Johnny A making history here at Olympic Village. Did some really good trophy collecting. And could well be the team to beat here again in NPL Victoria this year. As Nick mentioned, they get another look at the Australia Cup this year. Heidelberg United taking care of Bentley Greens on Tuesday night. It was a 2-0 win in the end, and well, he has potentially been able to save it. Where did that land? What side of the stick has that landed on?
I think that's
Dennis
throw, yeah.
Martin has been able to save the corner, but another dicey moment between he and Parker Williams. Just feels like a matter of time right now before we get a 2-0 scoreline. Humpet around Romanovsky. Bramwell, Dow, he only got tripped up on the turf there. Bramwell able to recover. Left lean going inboard. Bramwell. The 1-2 with Lesiotis. Murphy just takes a half deflected trajectory that lands at the feet. Anthony Theo again. Dow in a bit more space this time. And he has time to think about this. Chock Dow. Romanowski, the one applies the pressure. And we're back where we started a moment ago with a throw for Humbert.
Again, just still feels as if that second goal is coming. They're really knocking on the door here. As Humbert now in a crossing position. It's a good ball into the air. It's nodded towards goal. It was Asahi Yokokawa was able to steer that one goal bound, but Dennis Martin was able to make the save. Not enough power on that to beat the veteran goalkeeper, who was signed from Nunawading City last year in VPL 2. Deputised as the backup for majority of the season behind Andrew Withers, but has since assumed the mantle as the number 1 choice. Williams short to Morton, and they're playing themselves into a bit of pressure. Miley clears it away. But again, the two Dandy Thunder players were just not on the same page. Neither Mehmeti or Abani were able to get on the end of that. So, again, Heidelberg back in possession. 33 and a half minutes gone and a goal to the good. Just looking at the benches as well for both teams tonight. Ashton Bonzel, Fletcher Fulton, Nico Duarte, Jay McGowan, Joseph Lee and Ethan Sardellis making up the bench. No Max Bacetto tonight. One of their first choice attackers is out of the squad altogether. Dandy Thunder on their bench tonight, headlined by Hassan Jallo, their top goal scorer last season. Dylan Thomas, Raul Suresh, Dante Ovion, Oliver Yankolovsky and Armin Kacharski all on the bench today as well. The youthful bench named for the visitors. Left lean under pressure from Maniac, and he wins the free kick. We haven't seen Lat Maniac been able to really impose himself on this contest in the early going. He's been in some ripping form. One of the real bright sparks for Dandy Thunder in the opening half of the season. We're yet to see him really get himself into this game. It's Anthony Theo now. Didn't play in the Cup on Tuesday night, but back in the squad today. Taylor. Raffy making the run. Well defended by Mehmeti. Raffy chases it down. Deflection almost works out there for Yokokawa, but Wade Decker getting all the way back to help out. Was able to snuff that play out. Decker's ball is a bit risky for Mel's, and Mel's pass is even riskier. And it's opened up the door here for Dow. Dow goes for goal, and Martin was able to get across and make the save. And just did some key moments again there, Adam. Dandy Thunder playing themselves into trouble. Like the idea of going centrally for Tom, but that second pass there from Mel's just a little bit short, opening the door there for Dow.
Shots on target, starting to mount up for Heidelberg. Taylor. Rafi, it was a quick ball toward Lesiotis, who again wanted to move it on quickly and centrally. It didn't work out into a shot on target that time. But again, Dandenong Thunder can't launch any decent possession of their own right now. He's completely on Heidelberg's terms at Olympic Village. Stop if you've heard that one before, especially of late. Lesiotis. Humbert comes in off the line. Dow. Yokokawa. Bramwell didn't pick up Dow, but he was surrounded by defenders. The consolation prize is a good one for Heidelberg. Another corner. They're being bombarded from all angles right now, Dandenong Thunder. It'll be a short corner this time. Humbert sends in from a bit closer. And again, Dennis Martin potentially out of position. Maniac was on the back foot. Gave it back up. At least Dandenong Thunder have got it out of the danger zone for the moment at least. The key boot in from Abani to kill off the attack. Maniac had a man on. Ball's coming board. Morton didn't have it for long. Humbert for Dow. They've got all the time in the world, Heidelberg United. Until they start attacking the front third, then they just pull the trigger. And you keep doing that enough times, you're going to get some goals. They've got one so far. Every time Dandenong Thunder even get a sniff of a possession, it doesn't last long. Yokokawa. Ishmaeli does really well to take it away from Asahi Yokokawa. Can they sustain something here? Soleimani. Go out wide to Abani. Decker's making the run on the diagonal. Abani's ball didn't get near way Decker.
Groans of frustration there from the Thunder bench. Heidelberg only a goal to the good, but certainly on the state of play at the moment in this game, it feels as if Heidelberg are up by more. So, got to make the most of it though, as Rafi, lovely ball over the top for Bramwell. Going to cut inside, gets another goal in the second attempt, curls it! What a save by Martin. Well, he was at fault for the only goal of the game so far, but on that occasion, sprawling himself across the face of goal, and to tip that one wide was a thing of beauty. Kieran Bramwell, who's been in some good form over the last few weeks, is a player that certainly the Thunder defence have to be wary of, that in just one moment like that, he can make you pay. Humbert now with the corner. The danger not completely cleared for Dandy Thunder. And the header doesn't clear. They do get away on the second attempt, but it will be coming straight back. Theodoropoulos. Humbert nods it on. Opportunity here for Taylor! Another great save. Here's Dow. Cross takes the deflection off Martin and away. Well, Dennis Martin has turned things around brilliantly in the last few minutes, but the flag is up. Oh, wow. How did Heidelberg not score there?
He's made amends, that's for sure, Dennis Martin. That's why they haven't doubled their lead, Heidelberg. He's pulled a couple of specials out. And so it stays 1-0. Here's the problem, though, for Dandenong Thunder. Every possession is not lasting very long at all. Maniac with multiple men on. He's done really well. Decker goes out wide. And it's Romanowski. Humbert just gets the boot in. And the way it was won back by Marcus Humbert was just a little too easy in the end. Dow bursting his way forward. And eventually gets the foul call. Even that little passage of passing was some of the best we've seen from Dandenong Thunder so far, but they have not tested Yaron Souza at all so far.
How about Chock Dow in that little play as well there, just getting forward down that left-hand side, and that raw speed is really causing Dandy Thunder problems. Not just him, but Taylor as well. It's that speed in transition and really going at the defenders. They have been fearless tonight. Very impressive.
Humbert. Dow again. Romanowski closed the space in. And so no speed on offer that time. We've had plenty of looks in the final third so far at Heidelberg United. Inside the last 3.5 minutes of this first half, one that has not had many stoppages at all. I'd be surprised if we get the whistle right on the 45. Dow. The goal maybe will add a minute. Humbert to take the throw. They're just flooding the boxes best they can right now, Dandenong Thunder. Humbert goes down late after releasing. Martin falls on top of the ball, no foul. Jack Morgan hasn't had much to do. There's been a few moments where there's been a no call that has drawn the ire of either one of the sides here. Ismaili in full switch mode. To Ben Albani, round one. At the feet now of Suleimani. He's trying to find space behind. There wasn't much on offer at all. There were teammates to go to at least. Rafi finds the outlet. And this is a good run being made through the middle. Yokikawa gets pushed late. And that's a foul as well. It was Taylor, in fact.
Just gliding through the middle there, the Tasmanians did really well to get past his first man, but winning the free kick, I think that'd be a real positive for Johnny A's, seeing Angus Taylor get out there from the start and also get that goal to his name too. An immensely talented player who we just haven't seen a lot of since arriving for the Australian Championship. Left lean short to Lesiotis. Still going here, Lesiotis. It's in ball for Bramwell. Got a foot in. Yokikawa. Lovely ball through. Here's Taylor again. Back across the face of goal. And Parker Williams clears it away for a throw-in. So perhaps one final opportunity or two for Dandy Thunder before a half-time break. Lesiotis looking for Theodoropoulos on the 1-2. Heidelberg win themselves a corner. No, it's a goal kick. And the Burgers fans, particularly those in Alexander's Army, you can see inside the grandstand, not best pleased with that decision. So, Angus Taylor's goal, still the difference here at Olympic Village as this first half comes to a close. Ismaili straight back to Theodoropoulos. Abani's there to win it back. Looking centrally for Decker, but unable to find his man. And they've turned it over once more. It's been a bit of the tail of that first half so far. Lovely bit of interplay there from the Burgers midfielders. Humbert, Lesiotis. Switching ball, finds his man there in Theodoropoulos. 1 minute of added time. Theodoropoulos finds Taylor. Plays it along the deck and it's fizzed right across the face. And just someone had to get a toe on that. It was begging for a tap in. But it's gone out for a throw in. Asahi Yokikawa was in the middle. He was the man who looked the most likely. And again, it's that man again, Angus Taylor, getting himself in that position and almost that time-turning provider.
Certainly putting his name up in lights for a more regular gig in the senior lineup. Of course, is belted downfield. Collins. It's a rare touch for Yaron Souza.
That was as old-fashioned as it gets, Adam. Just kick it up to yourself and just send it
Flick
long.
up.
I'm sick of defending. Just get it forward.
He flicked it up and punted it away into the night sky here at Olympic Village. This will be the last chance Heidelberg United get to double their advantage. Yokokawa, they won't even get that chance. Jack Morgan has seen enough. And so the goal came from Angus Taylor. Not the best hit you'll ever see. And it was absolutely bobbled by the goalkeeper in Dennis Martin and ended up in the back of the net, unfortunately, for Dandenong Thunder. Other than that, he made some really good saves and kept it to 1-0 at half-time. We'll take our break here on the NPL Victoria YouTube channel. Nick DeBarno and Adam Sarikoglu here on the call. It's a standalone Friday night fixture in Senol NPL Victoria. Second half coming up after this. It is Heidelberg United 1, Dandenong Thunder 0.
stressed. Seriously. As long as you're not stressed about it. You want me to come back? Welcome back to Olympic Village. Second half here, just about to get underway. It's round 15. NPL men's Victoria fixture between Heidelberg and Dandy Thunder. Heidelberg with their noses in front, courtesy of an Angus Taylor goal. He shot not the cleanest of hits, but Dennis Martin spilling the ball at the last moment, leading to Heidelberg opening the scoring. They've had plenty of chances since then, have been knocking on the door of a second. And despite their dominance, this game is still well and truly alive for Dandy Thunder. We'll be looking to turn this one around in the second 45. Nick Dabano and Adam Sarakoglu here to take you through the next 45. Adam, it really was one-way traffic for Heidelberg, but they haven't really made the most of that dominance just yet. Some great saves from Dennis Martin to make up for that earlier error, but they are knocking on the door, and it does still feel that that second goal is not far away.
Yeah, Thunder throughout the second half of that first half, they just really folded back, essentially nearly just parked the bus. There were a lot of shots that they were able to block, some good saves that were made by Dennis Martin as well. But whenever they got the ball, Nick, that was the problem. There was just nothing going forward whatsoever. And already here early in the second half, we're seeing Heidelberg take an early attack as John Kakawa flicks it up in the air. And it's caught by Dennis Martin. He barely had any real action over on the right side of the pitch from our vantage point here. The southern ends at Olympic Village. Didn't really look like firing a shot, Dandenong Thunder. But it is only a 1-0 deficit, and so it's manageable. For a side that is winless from their last 4. Taylor had an outstanding first half, including the goal, which was, I don't know if deflected is the right word, it was just fumbled. The header from Yokokawa is wide. I described it as the Bill Buckner moment. It's one of those ones, if you know, you know. 86 World Series, Red Sox.
Can't say I'm a baseball guy, Adam, but
YouTube it, Google it,
Yep,
you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, and then do the side-by-side with what happened earlier here tonight. As we see Soleimani, he did pretty well to keep it alive, but Peteropoulos was there to take it away from him. Collins going back to Souza. One of the best goalkeepers in NPL Victoria, Yaron Souza. Had a pretty quiet shift in the first half. Just racking up a couple of touches here. So it's the one and only game tonight in NPL Victoria. Rare, quiet Friday night. Hope you're enjoying our coverage here so far. Some big fixtures, Nick, this weekend. It's actually the next fixture on the roster that I'm most fascinated by. Hume City hosting South Melbourne tomorrow, and just how many of the regulars are going to come back. Do they have some players just needing to take more time to recover from the schedule they've had to deal with over the last couple of months? It's such a big game against an informed Hume City. I think you and I did the first time around matchup as well, didn't we, at Lakeside Stadium? You and I were on the call on that night. And we've seen an incident here, Maniac going down and Collins as well. They're both in a fair bit of pain. Play was allowed to continue the entire time. It's going to stop now. One player down for each.
Yeah, just a very heavy collision off the ball there. Nothing really to it. There were calls for a foul, but Jack Morgan was willing to play on, but both players a little bit worse for wear after that collision. Haven't seen, as we spoke about in the first half, too much from Latmaniak, who has been such a bright spark for Dandy Thunder in the early part of this season. Back in the team today. But as you mentioned, of course, with that game tomorrow, Adam, I'm sure Heidelberg as well will be certainly keeping an eye on that one, because a win tonight, currently on the live ladder, they're going above Hume City. And if Hume don't win, then obviously they keep themselves above them on the standings, I believe. I think it's as simple as a win. At the moment, they're into second. And yeah, got the same goal difference and everything. So anything less, and Heidelberg should be able to keep their noses in front, really depending on what happens tonight. Yep, all eyes on that, and of course Oakley as well on the road against the Altona Magic. You've got Avondale against Bentley, and Melbourne City, who have been one of the surprise packages against Dandy City. See Dandy City also in a bit of that relegation scrap at the moment with Dandy Thunder. Georgie's against Green Gully. Green Gully still yet to win a game this season. Will that turn around the Maltese Derby tomorrow? And that's why you got the Preston Lions against St Albans on Sunday. So a real fascinating round of fixtures. I tell you what, tomorrow's an absolute smorgasbord. There's just so much football happening all the way from 2 o'clock through till the evening. So if you haven't got any plans for your Saturday, if you're watching on at home and you just want to park yourself on the couch and get the 2 screens going when you have to, maybe 3 if some of those games intersect. Yep. With modern technology, I'm sure you can make it work.
NPL Red Zone, if we had our own version of Scott Hansen.
Well, the other week in the Doherty Cup, there was 10 games running simultaneously, I think. And that would have been the great time to maybe try something like that. As you said, I'd be all for it. All for it.
Half of the top flight in action on that night. I was at Dandenong and Oakley on that night. Play has resumed after the injury delay. It was Collins and Maniac that went out. Both players back up on their feet. And he's 11v11. Dennis Martin a long way out of his box. All's okay. Humbert, a little back flick toward Taylor. And Taylor knew he had to get back to that ball quickly. It was Mel's pouncing. And we've just got a good old-fashioned scrap for the ball. Stacks on the mill. And the advantage is taken quickly by Wade Decker, going out wide. Maniac and Mel's. Ismaili going down the line. No clear target for his ball, though. Nemedi from the back here for Dandenong Thunder. Suleimani. Tabena Albani's played in here. Will go first time along the ground. Collins cleared away, but Suleimani was there again and sprayed it.
Good little spell there from Dandy Thunder, Adam. Really good spell. Just starting, hopefully, for their sake, to start to build some momentum, not allow Heidelberg to continue to impose himself on this contest. Do wonder how long Dandy Thunder will wait to bring on Hassan Jallo, who I think, we saw last year just how prolific he was in front of goal. He hasn't been as prolific this season, but considering they're chasing this game, they might look for that extra attacking option. It's Rafi. Intercepts Mel's. Lesionis under pressure there from Decker, and he turns it over. So an opening here for the visitors. Maniac. Mel's stepping forward from midfield. Romanovsky plays it out wide to Decker. His players lining up in the middle. It's a good crossing ball in, and Suleimani nods home. And well, Heidelberg haven't made the most of their chances at one end, and Dandy Thunder, out of nowhere, have brought the game level. And it's that man, Ali Suleimani, who's made a little bit of a habit of scoring against Heidelberg in recent years, has done it again here. And well, we're all level after all that. What a massive goal that is for Dandenong Thunder here on the road.
They're good at staying in it. It was a theme that Nick spoke about in the first half. And they have gone level with the champions here. Suleimani, only his second goal of the season in NPL Victoria. Scored 2 alone against Heidelberg last year. And what a huge moment that could be, especially if they can kick on here. It's been a month without a win for Dandenong Thunder. Adam Piddick no longer at the helm. Finals last year. On the brink of relegation if they can't turn around the ship pretty quickly. And here they are again. The ball was in the direction of Wade Decker. And I'll be honest, Nick, we've barely sighted Wade Decker tonight. There's been not much of any quality coming his way whatsoever. He is out there, but he's been barely sighted as Heidelberg United want to develop a counter of their own. Bramwell's going to be worried out of it by Barney. The tempo has lifted at Olympic Village. It was a meandering sort of first half for a lot of that time. She's hot in the kitchen now. Yokokawa took a fair bit of contact. Looks like a descent yellow card that's been given to Parker Williams. But a potential look at a long-range set piece coming up here for Heidelberg United.
Wow, the energy's really lifted both sides of the ball, and Dandy Thunder, it seems like they've got a new lease of life at the moment. And they were in there for a moment on that second play there. George Mel's just caught up in possession for a moment, but Romanovsky was making a run on that far side if he was able to find him. But nonetheless, now they've got a bit of defending to do, but Heidelberg really got to try snap themselves back into life. It's been a period of this game, really, for the majority of it. They have been all over Dandy Thunder and been unable to make the most of it. And now they're level again. There's Choctaw and free kick duties here. Curls it into the box. It's not a bad ball in. Bramwell was unable to get his head onto it, and it's out for a goal kick. The significance of this result on the live ladder at the moment, Dandy Thunder with a draw will go out of the relegation zone at the moment. Of course, Dandy City and Altona are still to play tomorrow. A win would be even bigger for them as well. So they'll go to 13 points. Their goal difference is better than Altona's and Dandy City's. They'll be a point clear of Dandy City and goal difference clear of Altona if this remains level tonight. Martin sends it long. Decker got the assist for Suleimani's goal. Abani making the run, but goes centrally to Mel's, who's really stepped up in this second half and really starting to make an impact. Playing with enormous ability. Here he is again. Romanovsky. And the pressure from Humbert. Morton there to support. Looks to play it forward. Maniac. Good control. Crossed it on his left. It's a dangerous ball, and Collins was there to clear it away. Mel's nods it back towards goal. Left lane gets ahead to it. Bramwell under the pump there from Williams. Williams has to be careful. He's on a yellow card. Worried Bramwell under the ball, but no free kick was given. And a really good spell here from Dandy Thunder, and they're the ones now really asking questions of Heidelberg as Theodoropoulos mistimes it in the air. Opens the door for Abani. Good skill there from the former Melbourne victory man. Mehmedi in support. Crosses it in first time to the back post. It's not a bad ball in. Some chaos now inside the box. Maniac. Romanovsky! What a save there from Souza. Wow, has this game turned around? But Heidelberg looking to go back the other way here through Taylor. He's forced to retreat and recycle possession now through Raffi, who helps it forward to Humbert. Humbert coming centrally, has players in support. He might go himself. His shot takes a deflection! And Marcus Humbert restores Heidelberg's lead. Storming forward from left back. His effort takes a deflection past Dennis Martin. And the Burgers are back in front here at Olympic Village.
Well, it took the best part of 50 minutes, but a football match has broken out here at Olympic Village. Outstanding end-to-end stuff and a goal apiece in a couple of minutes. Marcus Humbert has done it again. It's only his third goal of the season. We know he switches roles. For whatever Johnny A needs him to do, he's put one away here. With a half hour to play, all of a sudden we've got a humdinger at Olympic Village.
Well, Jay Romanovsky had a chance at one end. Forced a good save there from Souza. Heidelberg just go right back the other way. An electric counter. Angus Taylor just waited on this near side, looked for the switch, and then Humbert went on an adventure. Getting forward from left back. We're used to seeing him play in midfield. Slotting in at fullback now for the second straight game. Was at right back on Tuesday night. Now at left back tonight. And getting on the scoreboard. Player who has enormous ability. And showing it here at Olympic Village. And now how will Dandy Thunder respond after that one? Maniac has a go. And it was always going to take something special. And that one was always rising, but I'll tell you what, this game is, you spoke about it, Adam, this has just gone up, not even just one gear, it's gone up at least 3. It's been incredible.
You just hope now Dandenong Thunder are not going to be spooked by the fact that they've given up the lead again. I think just throwing caution to the wind, they're just going for it at the moment, which is really, really helping them. It's just that he talks about their goal difference and how tight it is where they are, that part of the table right now, especially with where they are compared to Altona Magic. Every goal kind of is going to matter right now. They can't just throw the kitchen sink at it and not care about how many they concede necessarily. Johnny A is going to make a change. The paperwork has been handed to the 4th official. And so it's 2-1 after it was 1-0 only a few minutes ago. Decker has moved his way up the formation. Is he wanting to get more involved in this game? Mel's looking around. Humbert doing it at both ends. Boots that one into the car park.
So it does look like there's going to be, I think, potentially a double change coming up for Heidelberg. Just getting confirmation of who's coming on and who's coming off as so a couple of those Heidelberg players are making their way back towards the bench. Smiley looking to play it through. Humbert clears. Lesiotis. Collins. Bramwell looking to help it forward. Parker Williams did well to step up from defence and finds Tabena Rabani. Decker making the run towards this near side. Hemmed in by Collins. Collins did well. And it went out for a throw-in initially. Soleimani. Abani. Back to Soleimani. Crosses it into the area. Collins clears. Mel's is there waiting for it, and Collins just hoofs it away that time, not taking any chances. Dow looking to put the pressure here on Martin and force him to go long. What a bad ball from Martin. Abani's able to keep it alive and opens the door here for Morton. Plays offering in the middle. One of them is Maniac. Looks to feed it through, but just not on the same page as Wade Decker. And that one bounces through there to Yaron Souza as it looks like it's going to be Nico Duarte and Joseph Lee who are about to be coming on for Heidelberg. So an attacking change here for the Burgers, perhaps to try and look to put this one out of reach and seal all 3 points tonight.
We're past the hour mark at Olympic Village. End-to-end stuff in this second half. Stark contrast to what we saw in the first. Almost an accidental goal that went in. Here are the changes. Kieran Brownwell, the first player coming off. Replacing him will be Nick Duarte. And the second change, Joseph Lee, is going to be replacing Asahi Yokokawa. And so another new look up front for Johnny Anastasiadis.
Coming off the pitch, number 9, Kieran Bramwell, and number 10, Asahi Yokokawa. Replaced by number 16.
Neither one of the players coming off, getting on the score sheet tonight.
Number 19, Joseph Lee.
Nick Duarte's 4 league goals to his name. Scored in the cup on Tuesday as well. Asahi Yokokawa had a couple of moments throughout the first half in particular as well. And so perhaps a couple of planned moves maybe at the hour mark, and some paperwork has now come from the Dandenong Thunder side as well. I think maybe we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this attack. Humbert was the one sending in. Immediately the shot is taken and missed. Akil Rafi came storming in. Plenty of venom on the ball, but no score to show for it.
Came charging through there, Akil Rafi, and from our position there, Adam, I thought that one was going right towards the top corner. Not a bad attempt there from Akil Rafi, and Heidelberg want to build on this and really put this one away. Don't want to give Dandy Thunder even a chance to peg them back again. Soleimani lets it run for Decker. Morton. Soleimani's calling for it on this near side. He's in behind here. Has Maniac waiting in the middle. It's not a bad ball in, but just past the feet of his waiting teammate. And Yaron Souza was there to collect. Some of these movements from Dandy Thunder looking to put Heidelberg under the pump. It's very, very impressive. Abani slips but was able to find Mells, who dinks it out wide to Romanovsky. Romanovsky still has time in the ball and looks to find his Miley, and the clearance there from Taylor goes out there for a corner. So Dandy Thunder, can they find an equaliser yet again in this second half? Mehdi heading on over to take this corner. As much as Dandy Thunder would love all 3 points tonight, a point would still be massive for them in their hopes of survival this year. Mehdi whips it into the box. Souza got a fist to it. Out to Romanovsky, who has a go and bounces wide of the mark.
That miss no one knew as impressive as Rafi's. Seen a lot of players on both sides keen to launch from long range tonight. It's like a modern day NBA basketball game. Everyone just shooting threes all night long. 2-1 lead for Heidelberg United. Dandenong Thunder had it back level for 5 minutes. Ali Soleimani in the 53rd minute, cancelled out by Marcus Humbert just before the hour mark. It was Angus Taylor who scored the opening goal here tonight. Abani gets away from him. Lee helped out in inflicting the turnover. Pinballed around there for a moment. Going to the ground was Ismaili, and that's when the whistle went. And Dandenong Thunder wants to get on with things. It's Williams. Came back to Mells. Maniac now around Humbert, relatively impressively. Cleared out by left lean. Here's Mells. And so Dandenong Thunder trying to slow the tempo down just for the moment. Decker. He's having a really frustrating night. He mishit the pass and slapped the turf in anger. It's not been Wade Decker's night so far. He might get it back here. He does. What can he do this time? Had Lesiotis in his face. Memesi. The searching ball forward as Decker folded back. It didn't work out. Now Dow sends it wide for Joseph Lee, who's only just come on. Lee looking to get a shot off the left peg. He misses wide. The three ball continues here. And this is becoming a really even and fast-paced game.
Still looking for that first goal in the league this season, Joseph Lee. Just came off the outside of the boot there. First real foray on goal for Lee. See there, Dandy City getting ready to make a double change. And it's like Hassan Jallo and Dante Ovion about to be coming on. So an attacking change. No surprise to see Jallo coming on. Perhaps it was a surprise to see him on the bench tonight, but he'll get his chance now for the final 20-odd minutes of this game. Collins. Heidelberg just happy to sit on the ball for a moment. Take the sting out of things for just a second. Left lean. Lesiotis. Turnover in the middle of the park opens the door for Mells, but Rafi did well to bail out his teammate there. Souza. Theodoropoulos. Dow. Lee. Dow making the running board. Good block there from Abani. Lee Good control to win it back on the second attempt. Has Humbert in support. And a step forward again from fullback. Feeds it through towards Taylor, and getting across was his Miley. They wanted the goal kick, but it's going to be a corner here for Heidelberg. So might just have to wait a couple more seconds until we see the double change from Dandy Thunder. Just need to see who replaces, or who comes off for both Jallo and Avion. A bit more defending for Dandy Thunder to do here. Choctaw on corner duties. Ball's whipped into the area. Lethlean was waiting for it, but it was nodded away just before it could reach him. Lesiotis. Raffy. Good ball into the box. Punched away by Martin. Comes straight back to Dow. Cuts inside. Has a go. Choctaw! Just bounces past the back post. And well, his performance has really deserved a goal tonight. He has been brilliant. Unable to find the back of the net there as we see this change happening. And it looks like it's going to be Jack Martin and Lapmaniak coming off here, Adam.
Yeah, Mort not able to have much of an impact tonight.
It's a double
Lapmaniak has put in a lot of yards.
Number 6, Jack Morton, and number 23, Lart Maniak. Being replaced by number
For the most part,
14,
it's a
Hassan
like-for-like
Jallo,
move.
And number 18, Dante
By Leah
Avion.
Canyu. Again, Dandenong Thunder not messing about. It falls to the feet of Rafi. Good pressure being applied by Decker. So Wade Decker's just been moved around a little bit in this second half. Just trying to impose himself on the game a little more. The throw coming all the way back to Souza. 20 minutes and a little bit of change left here at Olympic Village. A standalone Friday fixture before a Super Saturday with 5 of the 7 games in the league all taking place tomorrow. Humbert with the ball in board. And that's just a good old-fashioned shank, really, from Dow. He wasn't happy with himself either. But at 2-1, Heidelberg in a relatively comfortable position. They'd love a safety net of a third goal, especially with Dandenong Thunder looking so much more dangerous in this second half. Ali Soleimani's made some brilliant runs. His goal was one of quality. Might get the ball here. No, a bit longer. Abani wanting Decker instead. Soleimani. Whistle goes. Flag has gone up. Haven't seen too many offsides tonight. Thunder coaching staff a little bewildered by that. Some of the players were. Decker. And he finds an opening. The long run being made by Romanovsky out wide. That's taken Heidelberg touch. They get a corner. They've equalised once already. Corner to be taken by Jay Romanovsky. No, he'll leave it for Messa Mehmeti. Looking to bring this one back to square. Mehmeti's corner. It's going to curl back in. Parker Williams was there. Mal's goes again. Rafi was outnumbered and so just booted it away. Dennis Martin gets it restarted for Thunder. They're trying to sustain the pressure. They gave it up a little too easily. Left lane cleared away. And Parker Williams will start again.
To build from the back as Avion now in a crossing position. It's whipped into a dangerous area and Jalot unlucky, unable to get his head on that one. Lee Theodoropoulos looks centrally, set a task there for Duarte. Avion did well getting across. Battled the substitutes there, and Nico Duarte, not best pleased, he thought. Should have been a free kick there. Duarte on loan from the Central Coast Mariners this season. Avion. So, chance here for Dandy Thunder to start to put this Heidelberg team under the pump. Mehmeti crosses it in to the back post. It's waiting there, and it's a brilliant save from Souza. Still a chance, shallow. And it's tucked home. Dandy Thunder equalise yet again. And it's Jay Romanovsky. He was denied on the first attempt there by Souza, but he wouldn't be denied again. And for the second time this half, Dandy Thunder have equalised here at Olympic Village.
He liked it as well. Absolutely smashed the corner flag. There will be another move from Johnny A. The informed Jay McGowan is going to come on. And what a time to do so, as they need to establish the lead again, Heidelberg. It's going to be a double move. I think Fletcher Fulton might be the other man coming on as well. Oh, if you're a Dandenong Thunder fan, that piece of play lasted forever.
I'll tell you what, it was a great ball into the box, Adam, and what a save first from Souza, and just waiting for someone to smash it into the back of the net, and Romanovsky just got there on the second attempt and buried it.
It was one of the longest mad scrambles in the box you'll ever see, but finally they got it in and got it square. There will be Fletcher Fulton and Jay McGowan. Marcus Humbert, the scorer of Heidelberg's second goal, is the first man coming off. We might not be having the moves just yet. There is a free kick for Heidelberg. Fulton has come on. The changes will happen. Angus Taylor, a really solid 76 minutes for Angus Taylor. He has a senior goal to his name for Heidelberg United, and his night is done.
Both goal scorers off, Adam. So looking to change things up and bring on two players who, Fletcher Fulton play at left back, but he certainly knows where the goals are. So big moment here.
Here we go to free kick. They come in from the top of the box. Leftlin was the one making a run, but Decker was right there with him. Is there going to be a chance on the counter for Jalo, who was involved in that scramble? Mel's. All the little wins going Dandenong Thunder's way right now. Mel's dispossessed, but right behind was Romanovsky. He came flying through. A yellow card is given to Akil Rafi. It is a completely different Dandenong Thunder's lineup that has taken the field in this second half. They took in some go juice at halftime, Nick, and they have gone absolutely bananas in this second half. They might get a lead here if they can find the right chance at goal. Mel's to Decker. Might get a chance here. Decker, a key block at the last minute. Putting the body on the line there was Akil Rafi. It was a brilliant block.
Looks a bit sore after that one as well.
Absolutely threw himself at that ball to deny Wade Decker.
I do wonder if the longer this game goes, that some of these Heidelberg players perhaps are feeling a little bit leggy from playing in midweek in the Cup. Of course, they had a lot of these guys did feature in that contest, and Dandy Thunder have had the opportunity to rest, haven't been in action since Sunday. So really, at the moment, Dandy Thunder are looking the most likely at the moment. Looks like they've got that extra bit of legs and that extra bit of lease of life at the moment. This Heidelberg team's under the pump.
A lot of Heidelberg regulars did double up between League and Cup. In the League, it was a 1-0 win at Green Gully. Last week, Jalo gets blocked by Collins. They are piling on the pressure here, Dandenong Thunder. It was at this end in the first half where it was Thunder's defences that were under siege. Right now, the tables have turned. Heidelberg United are absorbing enormous pressure.
Well, just over 10 minutes remain. And this game has had twists and turns at every corner, particularly in this second half. Lee, Dow, McGowan's in an acre on that far side. They finally found him. Here's McGowan. Still going. Plays it along the deck. Dow! Heidelberg retake the lead! It was bound to happen. Heidelberg retake the lead for a third time. Another twist, another turn here at Olympic Village. This is an NPL Victoria Classic, Adam.
It is now, that's for sure. It's such a well-deserved goal for Choctaw. A simple tap in at the back post in the end. The setup was brilliant. Jay McGowan, what a dangerous player to have come on so deep into the second half. Thunder are chasing the game yet again. There's more moves to come for them. Rahul Suresh and Oliver Yankolovsky are both coming on. Coming off Parker Williams. He was on a yellow, Parker Williams. And the second player off looks like it might be Tabena Abani. It is Abani, confirmed. And so on comes Suresh and Yankolovsky as Dandenong Thunder, for the third time tonight, are chasing the game and chasing points.
Just as a qualifier, Adam said that this was bound to happen. It's just been, the script of this game has been insane. Even though Dandy Thunder, after equalising, was starting to put on the pressure, each time it feels like that they're getting a little bit of momentum. This Heidelberg team finding another level. And here they go again. McGowan looking to get forward. As Miley got a foot in. McGowan there just holding it up in the corner. And he's able to win the throw-in.
And number 17, Rahul Suresh.
I don't know if I've seen too many games this season, Nick, that the first half compared to the second half has just been so different. There was really nothing to write home about at all in the first 45. It has exploded into a classic since. McGowan set up the previous goal, goes himself this time, nothing coming there. A tale of two halves. I mean, entirely different games. It's turning into a thriller here.
Ooh.
Good Ross. Good was off FV, by the way. This being the only game on tonight. And it's turning out to be a really good one to get the standalone coverage here.
Absolutely. This really is an incredible game of football. And I'll tell you what, it's set a very high benchmark, particularly this second half alone, for the rest of the games this weekend. Still, though, there is plenty of time remaining in this one for another twist. Mel sends it long. Collins winning the header over the head of Avion. Falls to Lee. Good challenge there from Mehmedi. Turned over again. Lesiotis. McGowan. Good save from Martin. And Jay McGowan, who's been brilliant since coming on, got the assist for Dow's goal. And he would have loved to have found himself on the score sheet. But here come Dandy Thunder again. Lovely interplay there between Decker and Avion. Suresh. Switching ball looking for Jallo. McGowan got a foot in. It worked out well here for Fletcher Fulton. And he can go. And he takes a slip at an unfortunate moment. So it opens the door back here for Dandy Thunder. Romanovsky. Decker. Great challenge there from Fulton. Superb two-way running to get back after that slip. Fulton got a foot in at the opportune moment. Lesiotis is there to clear it away. And Duarte's there, and he goes to ground. Does he win the free kick? Yes. Tell you what, Fletcher Fulton and Jay McGowan, Adam, since coming on, we saw McGowan in that first play there, set up the goal for Choctaw. But Fletcher Fulton's energy down that left-hand side to support him. We can see why, bringing those two on, how much of an impact they have and why they have been fixtures in this starting 11 throughout the entire season.
It just makes you wonder if Johnny A was doing a bit of man management and load management in his squad selections tonight. As it stands, it's going to pay off. But there is still time for more drama, and you wouldn't rule it out. in this crazy second half at Olympic Village. Thunder player down. And Jack Morgan will stop play. Some calm before the storm, perhaps. It is Sefton Ismaili who is up and proppy, but not taking any medical treatment. So we just take a breath here with 6 minutes left to go in regulation. What chaos do we still have in store? Dandenong Thunder so desperate for 3 points. They'd love one. That's what they're chasing so far, and the offside flag beats them again. A frustrated Wade Decker. His woes continue here tonight.
Yeah, he's cut a frustrated figure in moments tonight, the veteran. Got that assist for Soleimani, but other than that, he hasn't had the impact he'd been hoping for. Still looking for his first goal in the league this season. He's an immensely talented player. Someone you bank on in these moments is the exact sort of player you want on the field to try and get yourself that all-important equaliser. And we'll see that Dandy Thunder are going to make another change. Dylan Thomas, another one of the youngsters about to be brought on. A bit of confusion here about where the free kicks to take place. As Souza just sends it long, goes for territory. It might work out here for the Heidelberg attack. Dow, Duarte, Lesiotis. He's rising over the bar. And we are going to see that substitution here for Dandy Thunder. It will be Jay Romanovsky, who after getting himself the equaliser is going to be substituted here. And Dylan Thomas coming on for him. Had a big game today, Jay Romanovsky. Put in a huge shift down that right-hand side and perhaps just run out of petrol tickets for these last few minutes and needing a bit of fresh legs here, Dandy Thunder.
Enormous effort from Romanovsky tonight. Rewarded with the goal. Will his side be rewarded with points? 3 seems a stretch, but on a night like this, could easily happen. I don't want to concede, that's for sure. Dow goes back, and it is a dangerous ball. McGowan, one way and the other. He eventually was surrounded. Lesiotis, that's a bit similar to the previous shot, only a few moments earlier. From Anthony Lesiotis, who I think in the first half might have been the best player out there with his input through central midfield. Probably less influential in the second. It's clock management now more than anything else for Heidelberg.
We only got 1 minute of first half stoppage time, Adam. I get a sense we're going to see a little bit more in this second half. So still plenty of time here for Dandy Thunder.
If it wasn't for the goal in the first half, probably would have had none at all. Heidelberg Dandenong Thunder want to go quickly here. Decker. Marked tightly by both Fulton and Lesiotis. We give away another throw. How many petrol tickets the Dandenong Thunder still have here? They've poured everything into this second half fight back there. We're only down 1-0. But the game was so comfortably on Heidelberg's terms in the first half. They could yet still finish it. Lee will go for a dash down the right side. Will go himself and win it for Heidelberg United.
And that's a goal into Heidelberg.
Beautiful finish.
Number 19, Joseph Lee, scores here at the Olympic Village.
He too becomes a goal scorer for Heidelberg this season. That list is so long. And it's the best of the night. There was nothing Dennis Martin could do about it.
You don't stop those. That is the epitome of right where the spiders live. That was an absolute brilliant goal from Joseph Lee. He's had to wait a while to get his first league goal, and that one was so special. A beautiful hit there, and that should be enough to wrap up the 3 points here for Heidelberg. They have been forced to work so hard for these 3 points in this second half. It's been a roller coaster. It's been topsy-turvy. But it looks like the 3 points might be safe here. But they want more. McGowan, great skill. Players lining up in the middle. Lee's there at the back post, over his head, and now Suresh is there to clear it away. Sanjalo got a foot in, but Theodoropoulos was there to help out with Collins, and Collins perhaps a little bit sore there, just a little bit frustrated after that challenge. It's been a fixture in this Heidelberg starting lineup and back four, really, ever since arriving at the club in 2024. And we will see Heidelberg's final change here. Anthony Lesiotis replaced here by the youngster, Ethan Sardellis, for the final minute of regulation and stoppage time, whatever that may be.
Substitution for Heidelberg.
So Heidelberg have now had 11 different players score this season in NPL Victoria.
Replaced by number 21.
The table leading Oakley have had 10. To be fair, 3 of those players have scored 5+. Joe Guest, Winston Diaz, and 9 for Adam Djuratovic. But there are so many avenues available to Johnny A. And it's been on show late here tonight. Collins, the down-the-line ball. Nemeti, they have to throw to kitchen sink now. Dandenong Thunder. Jarlo went down. They've got 4 minutes to get 2 goals. That's good news, at least for Thunder.
Well, up next for Dandy Thunder, back at home against Georgies, who have, in recent weeks, had a few tough weeks. They got knocked out in the Cup 6-0 against Preston. They play Green Gully this weekend. I think they'd see that one as a real chance for them to get points. Mehdi's ball into the box, calls for a handball, go unanswered until now. But yeah, just looking ahead for Dandy Thunder, they've got Georgies, then obviously there's a catch-up round coming up for all teams in NPL Victoria, and 3 really tough games after that. Avondale away, Hume at home, South Melbourne away. Heidelberg, on the other hand, Dandy City away, a team they lost against earlier this year, and after the bye, Preston at home, Oakley at home, St Albans at home. And in that period as well, they'll also find out who they'll play in the Doherty Cup semi-final. So it's going to be a busy few weeks for Heidelberg. Not sure when that Doherty Cup semi-final will be played. That hasn't been locked in. But at least they'll find out their fate for that as well. So it's now that pointy end of the year. They're all too familiar with this, Adam. They went through it last year, and this is the sort of result that they'd be hoping will prime them for another push for silverware this season.
And a fixture like tonight's will maybe hold Heidelberg in good stead, because they got a good look at some of the lesser likes in their squad, challenged by a determined Dandenong Thunder outfit. Just a bit too much quality on the park in yellow and black at the end of the day here on a cold Friday night at Olympic Village. It's been a 5-goal second half. 3-2 Heidelberg's way in the second half here tonight. There was a goal from Angus Taylor in the 20th minute. And what was really the only highlight of the first half. It sets up for a great weekend in Senol NPL Victoria. So many options to choose from tomorrow on the NPL Victoria YouTube channel. And one last fixture on Sunday as well. Nikolovsky just guiding that ball through safely into the gloves of Dennis Martin. We are, I think, more than halfway through this stoppage time now. And so Thunder are going to be resigned to their 9th loss of the season. And Heidelberg might not be done scoring just yet. Duarte out wide. Dow's going for the double. And that is, again, I think, a good save by Martin. It's taken a deflection out wide. And gone out for a corner. No player has scored multiple goals here tonight. Dow was going for that. And I'll get perhaps one last look at a Pfeiffer here before we get the final whistle in the corner to be taken by Jay McGowan. Dandenong City away for teams over this part of town. Never an easy trip to take over at Frank Holohan. The fixture template that was used this year, Nick, sees a lot of teams doubling up against the Dandenong teams, which is the way that the fixture is generated these days. Indeed, Dandenong Thunder's last win was in the derby against City. And they've only been able to enjoy 3 wins this year. Not been able to string consistent form together at all throughout the year. We're out wide here. Thomas, a late substitute here tonight. Ball gets flashed toward goal. Collins sent it into the night sky. McGowan's been doing everything since coming on. Jack Morgan signals the end of the night. And an absolutely thrilling second half
full time here at the Olympic Village,
where Heidelberg United had to outlast the determined Dandenong Thunder. It was 1-0 at half-time, and it descended into chaos in the second half. It was end-to-end. It was as fast as you'll ever see NPL Victoria played. 5 goals scored. Thunder, though, equalising a couple times, could never get the lead. And the quality that Heidelberg have up front, just too much manpower, really, at the end of the night, was what proved to be the difference in the end.
Incredible game. Topsy-turvy, plenty of goals. You mentioned 5 goals in this second half, 2 equalisers, 3 go-ahead goals in this game for Heidelberg. They really had to work hard to close this one out, but in the end, they were just too strong in those final few minutes. A lot of those players that had took their opportunity in the starting 11, getting on the score sheet tonight for the first time this season. Chock Dow with that go-ahead goal at the end there to get them 3-2 up, and then Joseph Lee with an absolute peach to seal it. A really solid result for Heidelberg. They're into second for the time being. They're level on points with Oakley and now priming themselves for a really good run. Ticks across the board for them. They really had to work hard. As you can see on the screen there, 30 shots to 11. They kept the door open for Dandy Thunder with all the chances they had in that first half. But ultimately, in the end, despite Dandy Thunder's push, and they could take plenty of heart out of this performance, Heidelberg were just too strong.
Great game of football here tonight. That is us done from Olympic Village. 5 games coming your way in Senol NPL Victoria tomorrow. For mine, Nick, it is definitely Human South, the one I'm looking forward to.
Absolutely.
You and I split the first matchup. They've had some good battles over the years, those two. That is the one for mine to look forward to. But 5 games to choose from and 6 more to come across the weekend. Heidelberg United, well, they go to second on the table. Will they stay there? We'll find out over the weekend. But Nick Barner, we are done from here at Olympic Village.
Thank you very much, Adam. Final score here, Heidelberg 4, Dandenong Thunder 2.